three things that you absolutely nailed it. So here it comes now. So as they were wheeling me into the surgery room, there was an inflection point, a reflection point. I don't know what it was, but I said, "Look, I'm tired of leading this life. I've got to change." There are two options. One is to live on my rocking chair, like most of my heart patients do, and wait for the inevitable death. I could have retired, lived vicariously through my grandchild and my children, or I could turn this setback into an opportunity. But I didn't want opportunity. I wanted much more. But I turned this setback into an ordinary into extraordinary, a setback into a comeback. So I chose a letter. I said, I've got to do this. So in my enthusiasm, I looked at the nurses, ICU nurses, and said, you know what? If all goes well with this surgery opening my heart, I promise you I will do a half marathon in a year's time. And they sort of smiled and laughed, and I don't blame them at all. They thought I was joking. So now comes the time. I come out of surgery. Catherine, this is a very important statement. Pain became a pleasure because my mindset was now, I didn't take a single pain medication entirely. And it's horrendous when you cough after that. Not a single, not even a Tylenol. And so I continued with this life that I've got to do something. And it was so much now, my things were opening up. I've got to do something. So what should I do? I wanted to do something first physical. Should I take up golf? Too many things to do and learn. Do I take up tennis? Oh no, what was the cheapest? What was the best? Sneakers and shorts. Run. So when I said, let me run, and I think somebody has said this, I don't know, some long time back, that running is a road to self-consciousness and self-awareness and self-reliance. So I started taking baby steps. The guy who had not done 1 kilometer is now going in a small town, Gadsden, Alabama, where there are no hills. So I just do a little bit, train, and in 8 months' time, I went to Nashville and did a half marathon Nashville. There was rain and they were going to stop it. And I was wondering that, oh my God, there are hills around here. How come there are hills? I never climbed any hills. For a minute, my heart was palpitation. And I said, forget it. Enjoy. What difference does it make? Catherine, it took me 3.5 grueling hours, but I felt like I was on top of Mount Everest. From then on, there was no stopping.
So Dr. Taher, congratulations. I mean, this is all in your book. It's so fun to read. And this is the second nugget that I'm going to add here. The first is that you can take a setback and have a comeback. I want people to really understand that as they listen to your story and learn from your wisdom. But you also said something about pain and pleasure became the same thing for you. I'm going to highlight for listeners that pain can be a messenger. And I think that in our society, we tend to just shut up that messenger and just say, oh, I'm going to take this pill or whatever. And we all know about the opiate crisis. But I want to highlight for listeners that if turning pain into pleasure is too far for a listener to go at their point in their journey, just accepting that pain can be a messenger and that there can be some goodness in that message that's being sent and that we should listen. I always say that the universe first, whispers something at you, and then it kind of shouts at you, and then it hits you over the head with an anvil. And so if we're not listening, if we're not open, we don't have an open heart, then we don't get those messages. So what happened next?
I think there are mental pain, there is emotional